Hey guys, what is up? This is Mr. A. Crizzy here, and happy Valentine's Day. So in this video, I'm going to be doing a movie review on this new biopic film which just came out today. And of course, I just got back from seeing this movie earlier, like just a while ago with my parents after I finished my job for work for the day at my local high school cafeteria. And of course, my boss and coworkers were also talking about this movie which just came out today and what this movie's about. And this review is going to be on Bob Marley, One Love. All three of these are me and my parents' tickets to the movie, Bob Marley, One Love. So, in this movie, Bob Marley, One Love is a biopic musical film about the life and career of the one and only Bob Marley, the singer and songwriter who changed reggae music and brought peace to the world as well. And throughout the film, it's based on the life of reggae singer and songwriter Bob Marley himself, from his rise to fame in the mid-70s up until his death in 1981 due to like some sort of skin cancer when he was about around the time he was 36 years old when he died. But they only mention that at the end, and but some of you guys probably don't even care about spoilers, despite it's like, this movie got mixed reviews. But some of you guys out there probably don't care. Well, some of you guys do, but whatever. So like I said, I went and saw this movie with my parents, both my mom and dad, for Valentine's Day today. And so, I gotta say, despite the mixed response from critics, I gotta say, I actually really enjoyed this movie. And sure, it's not really a perfect movie, that's for sure. It's not really like a perfect film. Because there are some flaws I do have with the film, but I can't really remember one flaw. I can't really seem to memorize one flaw I have because come on, you only came to see this movie just for like the story about Bob Marley and of course his reggae music. Yeah, his reggae music and as well and how he brought peace to the world, especially in Jamaica. And yeah, the story itself is kind of like pretty decent, and the screenplay was pretty good regardless and decent, but I still think this movie was good. It was enjoyable enough, and also the producers to this movie are actually some of Bob Marley's relatives, and yeah, the executive producer to this movie is actually Brad Pitt because his production company Plan B actually worked on this film with Paramount, and yeah, Plan B worked on the film with Paramount, and when I first saw the trailer to Bob Marley One Love, it looked like some sort of like. It looked like some sort of like an interesting biopic about Bob Marley. And of course I've heard from some of my friends out there on like I've heard from some of my friends out there that one of my friends of course has said that they weren't really that big on Bob Marley and reggae music, but they're not the only one because there might be some people out there who don't find like reggae music interesting, but as I said, my coworkers and boss Patrick, that like my coworkers and my boss Pat, they were just talking about Bob Marley and of course this movie coming out. Like they were just talking about this movie when we wrapped up work for the day. And yeah, so and like I said, after seeing Bob Marley One Love, I thought it was good regardless. It was just a good enough movie. And yeah, and I do like most of the songs that were featured in the film, including some of most of Bob Marley's best known songs. And oh yeah, and of course one song they didn't include in this film was actually "So Much Trouble in the World." It goes like "So much trouble in the world, so much trouble in the world," like. Because now that I think about it, after seeing this movie, I feel like that song "So Much Trouble in the World" is actually Bob Marley's most underrated song he ever performed. And of course, when my dad listened to it for the first time not long ago, he actually likes that song and I like it too because I think it's got like some catchy beats, and it's like in terms of reggae music, and yeah, and of course, and to all Bob Marley fans out there, and to those out there who like reggae music, I kind of like reggae music. I don't really mind it, but I gotta say, this movie had like a good soundtrack and some good songs, and also the acting performances. The performances I thought were really good too. I thought everyone did fine enough. They did. I thought everyone did good in the film altogether, and Howard Bloom who works for, I think he was like one of like Bob Marley's workers, I think, who used to like help him out. Like Howard Bloom in this film was actually played by Michael Gandolfini, believe it or not. Michael Gandolfini is actually James Gandolfini's son, like the same guy who was in the Sopranos movie, the Many Saints of Newark, which I still think the Many Saints of Newark. Now that I think about it, even after these years after it came out, I feel like Many Saints of Newark is pretty much one of the most underrated films released in 2021. Yeah, considering the fact that it didn't do well at the box office, but it did better on HBO Max. But anyway, but let's talk about the actor who plays Bob Marley in the film, Kingsley Ben Eder. Like that's actually his name. Like the actor who plays Bob Marley in the film, his performance was actually pretty cool. Like I do like how the hairstyle and the wig style for Bob Marley, the way like Kingsley Ben Eder looks to play Bob Marley. I gotta say, the hair designer and makeup artists and makeup designers, they actually did pretty well here, and I like how they put like a Bob Marley wig on top of him, and that's one of the things that makes that makes the hair design pretty cool, and because it makes Kingsley Ben Eder look kind of like Bob Marley. Oh yeah, plus and also Kingsley Ben Eder, I've known him from a couple other from a couple of other media, like a couple stuff that he was also in before this movie came out. He was on last year in 2023. He was on the MCU show Secret Invasion, where he played the bad guy on the show Secret Invasion Gravik, and oh yeah, and also the Academy Award nominee for Best Picture of 2023, Barbie, because like he actually plays one of the Ken variants in the Barbie film. He played basketball Ken. Yeah, he was actually one of the variants of Ken. Yeah. So and yeah, and I thought this movie Bob Marley One Love was also a good movie to watch on Valentine's Day. Yeah, it was a good Valentine's Day movie to go to with my parents together, as when I was watching this movie carefully, I feel like this movie was also a good watch for Black History Month too, because not only is it Valentine's Day today, but throughout this month is also Black History Month too, and at least this was a good movie to see on for Black History Month, and because it talks about like reggae music and Jamaica and the story of Bob Marley. And yeah, the runtime is pretty short. Like it's only like an hour and 47 minutes, and maybe it could have been better if the runtime was longer, and it talks about more scenes about what happened with Bob Marley. But maybe most moviegoers didn't even have to see that. They can just like discuss it in written text, like at the beginning and the end, like in pretty much every biopic film. But I can understand the runtime because if it was longer, then it's like that would have affected my personal family plans on what's going on, but you guys don't really need to know that. So overall, Bob Marley One Love was a good movie, and I'm gonna give Bob Marley One Love 3.5 out of 5 stars. It was good. So yeah, if you're looking for something interesting for Black History Month and for like Valentine's Month, or I mean, yeah, because this movie just came out today along with Madam Web, and I'm still looking into seeing Madam Web hopefully soon or something, which I heard it was not doing well, but I only came to see I only had time for one movie, and that would be like Bob Marley One Love. So, and like I said, if you're looking for something interesting for Black History Month, then I say this is a good watch. If you're into Bob Marley and reggae music, then I recommend checking it out. And there you have it, guys. That's going to be it for my movie review on Bob Marley One Love. And that's going to be it for this video, so make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet. And as always, thanks for watching, and until next time, this is Mr. A. Crizzy saying, goodbye everybody, and that's about it. And happy Valentine's Day.